What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Daredevil Born Again, episode 1 and 2. First, I just want to say how crazy it is that we even have new Daredevil episodes to talk about. How exciting is that? I still remember back in 2019, 2020, it seemed like Daredevil was dead. We would never get a continuation to Daredevil Season 3. And now here we are, 2025, talking about Born Again. This is very exciting. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this show every week. Gives you something to look forward to in life. But anyways, on to the episode itself. I don't think there's any way we can talk about episode 1 without talking about the first 15 minutes. Because holy shit, everything seems fine, Foggy, Karen, and Matt, they're at this bar or whatever. Everything seems all cool. Then Foggy gets a phone call, steps outside, Matt puts on the Daredevil outfit, and Foggy dies. Everybody's been speculating that Foggy was going to die for the past month or two, but I had no idea they were going to do it in the first 10 minutes of episode 1. Jesus Christ. I have very mixed feelings on this. And I was just so shocked because I thought that Matt killed Bullseye at first because he drops him off the roof and he splats and he just lays there and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Foggy's dead, now Bullseye's dead? What the fuck is going on? Like, it was just such a crazy way to open the episode. So, about Foggy's death, I'm very conflicted on it, because it's like, I don't really fully believe he is dead. A part of me, maybe I'm just trying to cope, but I can't help but feel like they wouldn't kill Foggy off that soon. And if he really is dead, I think they didn't really do him justice, because it's like, what a slap in the face to the actor. Oh, we're bringing you back for Daredevil Born Again. Oh, but you're only in like 2 scenes. In the bar, then you go outside, and you get shot. And you lay there bleeding out. Really? That's what you do to Foggy? This is like if you open up a new Batman movie and Commissioner Gordon dies. Foggy Nelson is a essential character to Matt Murdock, to the Daredevil TV show. He's been established for 3 seasons now. And okay, you want to kill off Foggy? Alright, fine. But why the first 10 minutes? Like, we didn't even get to the new intro, and you've already killed off an essential character to the show. I don't even understand why Bullseye killed him. If he should be mad at anybody, it should be Kingpin. Wilson Fisk is the one that killed Julie. Why the hell does he want to kill Foggy so bad? And then he immediately starts shooting innocent people after he kills Foggy. Then he walks up to Karen and is like, "Hello, Karen," and points a gun at her like he's about to kill her. And it's like, dude, if you wanted to kill Karen, why didn't you do it immediately after you killed Foggy? She was standing right in front of him. You killed the 2 people who came outside, but you didn't kill Karen. I thought he just wanted to leave her alive. But then he acts like he was going to shoot her until Daredevil swings by. So that was all kind of weird. So hopefully Foggy's not actually dead. But if he is, kind of ballsy, but also I think kind of stupid. The fight between Bullseye and Matt was badass. Really enjoyed it. So many cool moments, like when Matt just grabbles his way on top of that building and he just kind of just poses there for a minute and Bullseye turns around and throws something at him. All that stuff was just so cool. And I love how they try to keep the whole one-shot fight scenes that Daredevil is known for. So after all that, Matt just kind of just chills on the roof, takes off his mask, and then some dude, I believe his name is Cherry, sees him and he's like, Matt? And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then he goes to 1 year later, Matt's in his apartment, looks like he's in a rich apartment. And I'm like, what is this? This isn't Matt Murdock. He's supposed to be in some shithole apartment. The one we're used to. Vanessa gets caught up at work with her work husband. Seems that she's sort of taken over for Wilson Fisk as he tries to campaign to be mayor. Once he officially gets enough signatures, he says it's go time. And then Matt hooks up with a therapist, thanks to a character in the show called Kirsten, I believe her name is. We got a lot of new characters introduced to the show. We got White Tiger, a girl named Kirsten, then this therapist that Matt hooks up with, and then this guy named Cherry. A lot of new characters in this show. Karen kind of takes a back seat in the first 2 episodes. She only shows up for maybe 2 scenes after Foggy dies. Oh, and by the way, when Foggy was dying, could they not find something else for Karen to say besides, "Hang on, they'll be here any minute. Oh, just hold on, Foggy. The ambulance will be here any minute." Because they literally cut to her saying that exact same dialogue like 3 times while Matt is fighting Bullseye. It's like, could they not record any more dialogue from the actress or what? Like, why is Karen getting sort of the short stick? in the first 2 episodes. I was excited for Daredevil to return to see not just him, but also the supporting cast. And you've already killed one of them off and put the other one in prison. And then Karen just kind of says, I'm out, after Foggy dies. So basically, Wilson Fisk and Matt are really the only returning characters from the Netflix show that we actually get to spend a lot of time with. Everybody else is either dead or gets sidelined. But it's only the first 2 episodes. They still have plenty more episodes to bring them back to the show. Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock have a little chat at the diner. We already seen some of this in the trailer that released, and I really enjoyed their little conversation they have. It kind of feels like a warning to each other. Like, Wilson Fisk, I kind of feel like it's saying, back off from being Daredevil, or there'll be consequences now that I'm mayor. And Matt's just kind of like, what's up then? They also kind of have a callback to Echo and Hawkeye with Matt asking about, didn't you get shot in the eye? And then Wilson Fisk talks about how he was mentoring somebody. So that was pretty interesting. I like how he just quickly referenced Wilson Fisk's appearance in the MCU without having to make it a whole big thing. Just a quick question and then they move on. It doesn't affect the show at all. You didn't have to watch those shows to understand what they're talking about here, really. But yeah, Fisk becomes the mayor, and the episode ends with a really cool shot of Matt Murdock. You got the red flashing on his face, with Wilson Fisk looking down at the city. Matt Murdock's looking up. Kind of looks like it's supposed to be them looking at each other, and they all have like this different color on their face. Matt having the flashing red, being Daredevil, and then Wilson Fisk looking down on the city. Really cool way to end the episode. I think episode 1 is a really solid start. I'm very interested to see where the rest of the season goes. But you don't have to wait too long for a continuation to episode 1, because I dropped episode 2 as well. Episode 2, I feel like, is a little bit slower. We get introduced to this character known as White Tiger. He is also a vigilante. He catches some guys kind of giving another guy a hard time, so he decides to intervene. He ends up killing one of the guys who just so happens to be a cop. He kind of takes a little oopsie poopsie and falls on the train tracks. And of course, always in movies and TV shows, anytime you're around train tracks, a train has to come out of absolute nowhere to kill somebody. It's just the rules of TV and movies. But yes, Matt ends up taking this White Tiger guy's case, and then we get introduced to Ben Urich's niece. She talks to Fisk for a little bit. I'm sure that must have been very awkward for Wilson Fisk, seeing as he murdered Ben Urich. And then Wilson Fisk, he gets trolled by a police commissioner. He says what we're all thinking. You know, once a thug, always a thug. You know, he's like, what, you didn't get enough power being the kingpin, so you decided to become the mayor? Then the guy ends up trying to resign. You know, he wants to get the fuck out of there, and Wilson Fisk, eating his delicious sandwich, shows a picture of his family, and then he's instantly like, yeah, you know what, I think I'll hang around a little bit longer. Cherry finds out that White Tiger is White Tiger. He tells Matt Murdock. He's not too happy about this. But Matt has some other problems as well, seeing as his new boo is now Wilson Fisk and Vanessa's therapist. I'm sure that's going to end real well for her. How long is it going to take for Wilson Fisk snaps and just breaks her fucking neck? I'm sorry, Wilson. I think Vanessa's in the right here. You need a divorce. You're a piece of shit husband. How dare you try to separate me from Vanessa? And then he just snaps her like a twig. That's about how I see this going. And then Matt ends up saving the witness from the whole White Tiger incident from crooked cops. He lets them beat the shit out of him for a minute, and then he says, alright, fuck this shit. And then he just beats the shit out of him. I don't believe he kills him. Pretty sure he just knocked him out, and then he kind of just screams. And then the episode ends. So now we have to wait till next week to see what happens. I think the funniest part about this episode was Wilson Fisk telling construction workers to fix a hole, and then everyone's just recording him. It feels like something out of The Boys. I just thought that part was really funny. He just gets out of his car and he tells these construction workers, hey, I approve of you to fix this hole. Now fix it. And then everyone's recording him and they're like, oh my god, Wilson Fisk, he's such a great mayor. But the episode itself, it was fine. You know, nothing really huge happened. Just kind of continuing with all these new characters like Cherry and then Matt's new boo. Characters that so far, not really interested in. But we shall see how the rest of the season plays out. So far, episode 1 and 2, I think we're off to a solid start for the season. I feel like the whole thing with Wilson Fisk having bloody hands and then showing the police commissioner a picture of his family pretty much confirms what we all knew about Wilson Fisk. He's never going to change. He's always going to be an evil piece of shit bastard. There is no changing for this guy. In prison, obviously, isn't working out for him. He escapes, like, all the time. Didn't season 3 end with this guy going to prison? And he's already out again? don't know what happened there. He's just Wilson Fisk. He's kind of like the Joker. You can keep putting him in Arkham Asylum all you want to. He's just going to keep breaking out, which is why this guy just needs to be put in the dirt. But yeah, what did you guys think about episode 1 and 2 of Daredevil Born Again? Me, I'm excited to have some new Daredevil stuff to talk to you guys about. I kind of have to pinch myself. It doesn't even feel real. We kind of have our own Daredevil Season 4. I'm very excited to see where episode 3 goes. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time.